Alright, hello my fellow adventurers and welcome back to the Abyss. I'm the Rogue, and again, I'm back with the Putrid Ultra demo. Again, waiting for the full release of the game. Should be soonish. Who do I want to... Let's go rapid. So yeah, it should be soon-ish, but I'm not 100% sure. Last week, if you're keeping up with my videos, you saw that I did the original, and it should allow for more comparisons. Now that, yeah, let's see, let's go clip size up, actually. So, in the original, I think I showed that the arrow spell was a passive, there were no actives, but I mean, it was made in Pico 8, not super surprising, but still, the way the arrows were done, it was really different. I do really like how on the side of the screen, it had the, like, on the ammo, on the clip, it had the marker for when the, it had the marker for when the effect would trigger. Blast, chance to create an explosion. Flare, homing flare, frost, homing frost. What do I want here? Blast, flare, or frost? Here, let's go frost. I don't think there's actually a homing frost spell, is there? Now that I think about it. Oh no, there is. There is. I don't know why I was thinking there wasn't. Now that I've gotten somewhat better at this game, I'm gonna try and go for a no health run, where the main thing is that I'm gonna try not to have to take HP ups. That's one thing from the, yeah. What do I get? +2 arrows. So yeah. When the full version of the game releases, if it's, depending on when in, like, the week it releases, I might do a bonus video, because I am really excited about it. Orbital, homing, or rapid. Oh, rapid. But yeah, if it releases on Sunday, if it releases on a Sunday and I've already recorded my video, I am almost certainly gonna record a second one with the new game, with the full game, because of how excited I am for it. Let's see. I think I said this already, but from the updated Steam page, the 3 zones are, there's this one, then there's one that's, there's like a jungle, I think it was, and then the last area is, there we go. The last area is like, I don't even know what it is, it's just like, it was really colorful and, darn it. This sword has, sure, let's go with that. But yeah, I wonder if, I suggested a spell, I was chatting with the developer, and I suggested a spell that would be, was it? Oh yeah, it would be like a bullet spell. It's like, maybe, I was thinking like a 4-shot cooldown or something, and it fires a completely ordinary bullet the main catch is that it scales with every single damage up. So it would just be a simple attack that, and it would pretty much just, it wouldn't do much, but it would count as every single type. And personally, I think that's a really cool idea, but I don't know. And there's one thing that's definitely going to be in the full release, is there's going to be unlockables, which is something I'm excited about. I really enjoy having unlockables in games, especially roguelikes, because it's cool, it's cool with the mechanic of, like, rather than just, oh, you unlocked it, it's a permanent thing, it's just, oh, you unlocked it, it can appear. Let's reduce the cooldown of Snowball Volley. I wonder if there's... So I know there's Snowball Volley, and then there's the sword. The Frost Sword. I wonder if there are other incremental ice spells. I bet there's gonna be at least a few more in the full version, but I can't think of any more just here in the demo. Oh, that's another thing that could be useful, is like a spell book, where you can look through spells you have, where you can look through spells you've previously encountered, in order to, maybe also enemies, that could also be cool, but I'm mainly thinking you can look through spells you've previously encountered, and see what they do. And maybe, another thing could be, maybe there'd be like a synergy system, Frost Boomerang or Homing Flares. Frost Boomerang. But like, what if there was like a synergy system where if you got, let's say, if you had a spell from, like, a specific combination of, if you, let's say, had a, if you had at least, like, one, like, in the left you see, and like, for the main spell, you see how it has the little color marker to show what, what, like, spell types it is. If I'm trying to figure out how to, I am having trouble with speaking at the moment, apparently. If, let's say there was, you had like a point thing, there's like a point system almost, where each dot of a given color was like +1 point, and for, or maybe it would just be like, if you have at least one, I don't know, one piercing and one piercing and one homing or something, like, you'd get some bonus, or like, if you have at least like 5 piercing, you get some bonus to piercing stuff. Alright, final boss. I'm definitely not going to be able to pull this off, but... I think the sword is probably my favorite, at the moment, simply because I like to make a build based on my active spell, like based on what type of spell my active is. So I go for close combat, and then it's Honestly, I think that if there were, you could focus a build on, let's say, only your active spell versus Maybe not. Oh, I did it. I'm actually surprised I managed to win. Alright, I am definitely getting better. That was not a demo. Not a demo. I was not expecting to win that run. Alright, let's go for... I wish I could have 4 spells, because then I'd want 2 orbitals and 2 weapons, but... Close combat. Because I think... Alright, 1 sec, Seth. Just 1 second, I'm just closing the close it. Sure. Alright, I'm gonna restart the 3, 2, 1. Okay. Actually, if I'm gonna go, let's see. If I'm gonna go melee, I might want to health up if I'm gonna be working at a close range with enemies. It seems like most of the spells, there's like a few spell types that there's a lot of spells for, and then other, like, orbital, for example, nothing that fits. Okay, I might want to change what I want my build to be about. Took health, but, I like how this one's fire and explosive shot. Lol, what did you expect? I'm just gonna go with the snowball volley, and then hope I can get the, and maybe go for an ice build. I am still glad I took the health, though. Oh, does the sword have... One sec. Can't tell. Storm. Create an ice storm. Pulsar or blast. I want an ice storm because that is fitting in with my ice build that I am hoping to be able to pull off. Let's see. Let's actually go for that ice damage up. And even if everything else doesn't work out, I already have ice damage up as well as 2 ice things, so... Let's actually reduce the cooldown on Snowball Volley, because the more I can fire it off, the better. I'm just gonna constantly... I like the mechanic of ice spells being about preparing the field. Ooh, interesting. What do I want to go with here? Zonal Rapid... Oh, I see. That's what the blue dot is. It's to mark its ice class. That's right, of course. Zonal Rapid Close Combat. Let's go close combat. Whoop. health up. Alright, so then after this wave is the first boss. There we go. I can swing upwards, good. Somehow I couldn't remember if that was a mechanic. There we go. Stage complete. I've lost half my health at this point. I hope I can get it back. Glacial Axe. Orbital close combat piercing. That's exactly what I wanted. Amazing. And then if I'm lucky, I can get the final spell to be, let's reduce the cooldown. If I manage to pull it off, I want the final spell here to be the Ice Orbital spell. And then I'll have a really solid ice build set up. Oh. If I don't die first. There we go. Level cleared. All ice damage up, because that's pretty much all of my damage. Let's grab that. That is definitely important. There we go. I wonder why it feels like I'm getting more health. I wonder if I get more health upgrades the lower my health is. Or, not health upgrades. I wonder if I get more health pickups as my health goes down. That would be, that would actually be really cool. Bam. Close combat, orbital, or piercing. I'm gonna go close combat. I don't remember if that's what I took before. I wish there was a way to check. Like a little thing that showed, like a little stat thing, just of... Of course, I got hit right at the end. Alright. Yes. I may only have fire spells. Of course. Alright. Let's go with that one, because it kinda fits my build. But not really, but a little bit. But not really. But I guess I'll just take that one. The controls for this game are amazing. It really feels... It's got a really, like, unique feel to it. I really enjoy it. Once the full game's out, I'm gonna want to see how the mechanics, like, I'm gonna want to see... Because, for example, like, if there's a reward after a boss fight, that's not really available at the moment because there's only one boss. But, like, that's something that, for example... Alright. Well, I'm almost certainly not going to win this run. All ice damage up. Oh. I think it could be better if the attacks weren't the same every time, if they were done in a random pattern. That would make it, like... Because currently it's just, he just loops through the same set of three attack patterns. Oh, alright, yep, I failed. But the fact that I'm consistently reaching the final boss is good. Or the first boss, I guess, technically, but... do I want the ethereal banana? Huh. Yes, I have an idea. Actually, I'm just gonna go with the sword again, and try and go for a close combat build. Again, though, if this was the full game, and even if there were no new spells from how many there currently are, I could still try, like... It would be cool if I could, for example, get, both orbital spells and both, both simple orbit spells. And then, like, the explosion and the fireball and the the sword and the axe. I don't remember if when I suggested a laser spell, like that might be the third. Like I had the idea that might be the third element. I don't remember if I got a response about that, so it's also just possible that I forgot, whatever. But okay, so like for example like that, but flame sword, exactly what I'm looking for. It's an orbital, a close combat. Or even if I could just have 4 spells, for example. Alright. Flare, Pulsar, or Frost? Orbital Frost on hit, Flare, Orbital Flame versus Orbital Frost. So I'm thinking of going... Ooh, that's hard. I wish I could have both, but I'm gonna take Frost for now, and that means that I'm gonna want to go for the Flame. Whoop. Reload time. I'm gonna want to go for it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna want to go for a second close-ranged fire upgrade. Let's go with a range up for the sword, actually. Oh, the active sword. There we go. Yeah, I definitely can't get health pickups when I'm at full health. Unless I just am being stupid and missed an obvious time when that happened. But I don't think so. I'm gonna take another health up. Going with my theme of close range means I need to be able to, just like in other games, the close range, like whatever the close range kind of class, such as, like, usually it's a melee class, ends up having more health and defense, simply because they're, you know, like, in direct contact with the enemy. But yeah, that's one thing with the bosses and, like, enemies and stuff in this, is that if their attacks were a bit more randomized... Alright, exactly what I wanted, the Glacial Axe. If their attacks were a bit more randomized, and they didn't do the attacks in the same order every time, it would make the fight feel like... Attacks in the same order are amazing. I haven't played Cuphead, but from what I know about it, like, I don't know if they're always in the same order, but, like, the way it's, but what I, like, in roguelikes, more random attack patterns, ooh, that was cool, are usually end up being better, and I think that could definitely improve because currently the boss fights kind of just feel like you just have to avoid the bosses, and then, with like, their attack patterns aren't really interesting, because they aren't... It would definitely be cool if they had more attack patterns, but I think even just making it that their attacks are they do their attacks for a slightly randomized length of time, and for, like, and also maybe in a more randomized order, then I think it would make the bosses feel a lot more, like, alive. Because currently it feels like they're just repeating the same things over and over again, rather than, like, doing... What would be the best, probably, was if the bosses somehow, like, chose an attack based on what you were doing. However, that could be pretty complicated, so I think that, but I think even, as I said, just giving the bosses, like, that little bit of variation of, you don't know, like, you can't predict which attack, like, obviously telegraphing, but you can't, like, you can't predict, like, 5 attacks ahead and just know the boss's pattern. Take another health upgrade. Spells close combat, that should be, I should now at this point have 30% damage up on all of my spells. There we go. Alright, Exploding Fireball Orbital. I do end up... Okay, I did manage to get all 4 orbitals, just in a slightly different... by using a slightly different method. Which is that I have... I wonder what an orbital active would be like. That could be That would be weird. That would be weird, but it would also be fun. But I have successfully managed to technically have all 4 orbital spells at the same time, which is awesome because I was kind of hoping for that. Reload, upgrade. I don't know if the swords can be equipped onto your active at the moment. There we go. That's quite powerful. Alright. Glacial Axe, a damage upgrade of 6 is going to be pretty good. And it's Tournament's final boss. I expect to be able to win this, but you never know. Like, here, as you see, the boss just kind of, it does, from what I can tell, for the moment, it seems like it does 2, attacks, then I think it does 2 attacks of the above you and then slams down. Then it does 1 of that, like, Blitz Storm, and then it does 4 of the dash at the moment. So we see we have 1, and then the attack patterns don't actually seem to change, I think. 2, as I expected. Now it goes to the center. Again, predictable bosses definitely have their place, but I don't know how well it fits into this. So then 2, 3, and then it's gonna dash. Okay, only 3 times. Alright. I'm gonna assume I did win. Congrats. Go me. Alright. So yeah, that was more of the Putrid Ultra demo. Very excited for the fact that it'll have over 30 passive spells in the full game. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye!